Hey guys, welcome to our Keynotes. Until now, in the Servlets API playlist, I have uploaded 4 videos. The last video is about the difference between doGet and doPost method. If you have not watched these videos yet, do check these videos and then implement the demo programs. Also, if you have not subscribed yet, do subscribe my channel Keynotes to get more updates. Let's dive into the today's concept. So I'm going to talk about types of servlet. We can create servlet in 3 ways. So the first type is servlet interface. Using servlet interface, uh, we can create servlets and using generic servlet class and then using HTTP servlet class. So the servlet interface, basically as it is an interface, we need to override all these methods. So we'll be using implements keyword. So these methods are abstract by default. So it is compulsory to override all these 5 methods. So the thing is, if you use servlet interface, then you need to use these 5 methods. And generic servlet by default extends the servlet interface. So which means it can use all these methods. Along with that, we have additional extra methods like log and many other methods. But the most important method is service method. So that's why I've mentioned only service method over here to get the request and response. Fine. And the most important point of generic servlet is that it is protocol independent, which means that it can handle FTP requests, means file transfer protocol. It can handle SMTP requests, simple mail transfer protocol. It can handle HTTP requests, hypertext transfer protocols. So generic servlet can be used for all these things, but HTTP servlet can handle only HTTP requests. Fine. So we have already discussed about do get and do post method. So you can use it according to your requirement. So HTTP servlet is protocol dependent. All right. So these are all the key points. And this init method should be initialized with some parameters or some variables. And here servlet interface uses service method again to handle the request and response. This destroy method will remove or will destroy the servlet once it got the response. Fine. So just to free up the server. Then we have get servlet info method, which has the informations like copyright, version of the server, and all those things will be there in this as an information. Servlet config is using, you can have a parameter name and parameter value. So each servlet can have a different configuration. So that we will discuss in the upcoming video. Servlet context and servlet config. Wait for that video. Now, I'm going to implement these methods, means these 3 types of servlet in NetBeans. So let's get into NetBeans now. Okay, so just go to File, New Project, Java with and then select Java web application, say Next. I'm going to say types of servlet demo. And let me say next. The Tomcat server is configured, next, and then finish. So I got the project folder here, types of servlet demo. And then for us, 2 folders are important, web pages and source packages. So inside this meta information folder, I have this context.xml file, which has the context path, means the folder path. And web.inf is empty right now because I didn't create any of the servlet. So let me create a servlet, right click new, and then servlet. Let me say this is for servlet demo. All right. And then say next, click on this checkbox to add these informations, URL pattern, class name, and everything into web.xml file. All right, now we can see that this is the servlet demo file, and then my class name is servlet demo. Now I need to change this to servlet. All right, and I'll delete the rest of the methods over here. So I'll clear everything. So now there is an error over here. It is asking me to import the package javax.servlet. Yes. And then one more error is that you need to, okay, yeah. that servlet is an interface, so we need to say that implements keyword. Now again, there is something that you need to implement all abstract methods. Just click on this. So it'll add all the abstract methods for us. Means 5 methods we have seen, right? So we can implement the core concepts over here in this service method. So what I'm going to do is that I just want something to be printed from this. Let's say that I just want to use print writer, and then I want to print that I'm from servlet interface. That's it. Okay. Now, now let's create one more servlet for the second type of servlet. That is, it is generic servlet demo. And then I'm saying next, and then click on this checkbox, finish. So this is generic servlet, and I just want to change something here to generic. And this is generic servlet is a class, so the keyword is extends. So let me remove the rest of the methods over here. And the first thing is package. Yes, we need to import this package. All right. Now we know that we need to implement service method, the one method. So I'm just saying implement all abstract methods. Just click on this. So once you do this, you will get the service method. And if you wish to use the other methods like init and all, yes, you can go for it. But the service method, implementation of service method is mandatory. Now, let me just add the same code which I have added in the servlet interface. So I'm from generic servlet, let me say class. Okay, done. So we are done with this generic class. Now the last one is HTTP servlet. I'm creating one more servlet now. Now I'll say this is HTTP servlet demo. And then let me say next, click on this checkbox and then finish. So this is HTTP servlet. We have already used this concept in the previous example. So let me open here and I'll keep only, let's say, I'll keep doPost and I'll delete the rest of the methods. Okay, we're almost there. Done. So here in this doPost, I just want to print again the similar message. I am from HTTP servlet class. All right, done. Yeah, this is regarding this reference. We can keep it short if you wish. All right, almost done. Now, what we need to do in index.html file. So I'm just going to create a hyperlink for all these things. So let me say a href equal to the first one is servlet demo. You need to just use the same class name which is displayed here, right? And then let me say servlet here, and then I'll close the anchor tag in this way. And let's copy this and then paste it over here. And I just want to change this as generic servlet, and here too I'll mention the same, or I'll just keep these same names over here. Then this is HTTP servlet demo, and I'll keep. Okay, fine. All right, I want this names to be displayed in the index.html file. That's it. I'm done with this code, and then I'm going to run this. So just right click. My Tomcat server is already started. Okay, it is running. So I just need to run here. So it is displaying in the same line. So let's break it down. Like let's use br here, and I'm saying br to break the lines. Okay. Now run this again, and I got this output now. If I say HTTP servlet, okay, it is saying do get method. Let me just change it to HTTP servlet. Let's go to HTTP servlet. We'll use do get over here. All right, I'll run this again. So now I'll just click on this HTTP servlet. It is displaying that I'm from HTTP servlet. And for generic servlet, again, it is displaying, and you can see that it is just fetching the particular servlet in the URL. And I'm from generic servlet. And then I'm clicking on this servlet. Let me click on this servlet. All right. So yeah, we need to initialize this servlet in the init method. So let's go there, servlet, and then we have this init method over here. So let me remove this code. And then to initialize this, we need to say this servlet config. We need to use this config object. And I'm saying it as null. All right. And then I'll say this dot config equal, okay, config equal to config, right? And let me remove this. And we have servlet config, get servlet config. So I'll uh, keep this as return null. Okay, fine. So hope this is clear enough and this will work. I'm saying servlet. Yeah, you can see that it works now. Means that init parameter should be initialized. So I just initialized with null. I made it null. That's it. So and the rest of the code is fine. You can see that it is displaying that I'm from this particular servlet. So this particular demonstration is just to implement the methods from each type of servlet so that we can get a clarity of types of servlets and the methods which is to be used. So hope this is clear for you. Try this implementation, and if you have got any queries, let me know in the comment section. Do hit the like button if you like the video, and also don't forget to subscribe my channel. In the next video, I'll talk about servlet config and servlet context, the most important topic under servlets. Bye for now. Thank you.